Christianity is not the white man's religion. Let's get into it. If we're going to keep it a buck, Christianity has been whitewashed, but it is not the white man's religion. It's a global faith. I say that to say that God knew who he created. He sees different ethnicities. He sees it because he created it. He sees different races that he also created, but your race is not going to get you into heaven. And I know a group of people who does not want to hear that, but I do not care. You cannot say you know your African history so well when you refuse to accept the fact that there were many African Christians before colonization, before the transatlantic slave trade, before Europe even got the gospel. Africans knew the gospel. It was deeply rooted in Africa before it even got to Europe. So we can go to the book of Acts where the church was birthed, and we can go to Acts chapter 2, verse 9 through 11. It talks about devout people in every nation. And the nations that were named during this time was also Egypt, Libya, and Cyrene, which is all part of northern Africa, which we can see on the map. If you go to Acts chapter 8, you actually can read about the Ethiopian eunuch, who was a high-ranking official of Candace, who was queen of the Ethiopians. So I know oftentimes when we hear Ethiopian, we often think of the geographical location. But actually, it was talking about his skin complexion. Ethiopian actually meant burnt face or scorched skin, meaning it was referring to black skin, a black person. So he indeed was a black man who actually received the gospel from Philip and was also baptized. See, Acts got all the good stuff. We can keep going to Acts chapter 13, where we see Simeon, and he was called Niger. This in the Greek means black. So Simeon was a black man. Also, we can see Lucius of Cyrene. And where is Cyrene located? Like we said earlier, Africa. Absolutely, absolutely. So if we go to Acts chapter 18, verse 24, we also can read about Apollos, who was a native Alexandrian. And where is Alexandria located? Africa. Africa again. Again. What does all that mean? There were Christians that were African. Africans that were Christians, however you want to say it, before it reached colonization. Yes, so it's not deeply rooted in white supremacy. No, Africa always knew the gospel.